Testing. Okay, we're going to start over here in the Google Sheets tab. Um, this is a money movement tracker made specifically for moving and lending money. It's a licensed product, so you'll enter in your license here and it'll activate once you purchase it. It has a dashboard at the top that tracks all your capital, how it's working throughout the year, or all time outstanding principal versus how much interest and fees you have, how many deal count, are there any deals overdue? Comes down and breaks down your capital utilization, cash flow forecast. Comes even down here where it charts it, how it's going through multiple deals through the year. In the past 12 months, your monthly profit. We also have an account dashboard. Account dashboard goes over all your accounts that you have set up, your total account balance, how many self-directed accounts you have, utilization of any of those. You'll want to come in and set up your accounts. And these are all your accounts that you have. You name them if it's Roth, solo, and 401k. You name it, what it is, put in all your account information, what's your current balance, and where we're at. Anything that's in gray is formulated and you cannot populate. And then once you have all this information in here, it will then populate your account dashboard. Uh, and at the beginning, you'll want to set up in your settings how much money you are willing to deploy at once out of everything. So you'll put your full number of your account balance, your total from your accounts inside here, current balance total. You'll put that in your settings and set up how much you're going to loan out. Once you do that, you can come into your active deals. This is where you start setting up each of your deals. Here's your examples that I have in here. Up here, you'll see next deal ID. This is where you go and enter your deal 2026-001. Borrower name, Alex, company, relationship, financial friend. Through, and you just fill it out as if with all the information that you need. It'll calculate through. Yeah, total loan is going to be 5,000. We're going to do it off of a flat fee. Enter your flat fee of $800. And it's unsecured, custom. Then you come through and just fill it out as you go. And this will tell you all the information you need to know of how the deal is, status, is it active. You can take your notes, put in your borrower phone, borrower information, next touch point. It will tells me when it's going to be. I have these templates that I'm making, so it's going to tell you when to send them, and then you pick what account you're loaning from. Once you do that, it'll start populating in your dashboard and updating for what you have. When you make a payment, your payment one comes through here. It comes, you just fill it out, your next payment ID, put in deal ID 2026-001, auto populates who the borrower is. I can say I made a $5,100 payment, and that's going to be towards principal, or actually we'll do that towards mixed because it's both, and that was a ACH. Now when we do that, we come back to active deals. It'll populate in here saying, showing charge that there's total repaid 5,100. There's a $700 balance remaining. So that's kind of how you fill out your payment log. Pipeline, any deals that you have coming in the pipeline, this is a area so you can document it and you can flag it if needed, if you're negotiating, if it's moved to active. When you decide to do the deal, you can start moving it over. Closed deals, any deals that get closed, One thing that's nice is that I have this automated. So let's go close out active deals Alex. So under payment log will come 5. Come and fill this out as if a payment was made today. Now let's do it for the full amount, change it around. $6,000. You paid a little extra. Out, come back to your dashboard. All that gets updated. Um, and active DLC now it says it's green. That green indicates that it is now closed. When you close it, you can come up to your money movement tab that I have built in here. Tools, move close deals. Hit that button. It'll tell you how many is closed, like, are going to be moved. Click OK, and it moved over here to your closed deals. That updates all your dashboards of where you're at and what the money's doing throughout. Um, and you're good to go. Um, browse borrower history. I can come in here, type in the name of the borrower, tab, and it'll tell you everything about the history. Is there any active deals, closed deals, all the way through. And there's a legend of there's got to be 2 or more deals that have been closed with from a borrower that have been on time and everything for it to show trusted. Anything below that will be a new borrower. Any where they've defaulted or didn't make payments or any of that will either be blocked or cautioned, just so you know. We do have borrower statements. So if you can click on borrower statement and come and pick your deal ID, which is 2026-001, and it'll populate all the information for you. I'll grab one of the others. It'll show you borrower, business entity, how much they have, payment history. Another cool thing is, say you're off of that tab and you just want to open it up and see print a borrower statement. You can click borrower statement from your money movement tab on the ribbon. Come pick the ID, click OK. It'll take a second and it'll populate the borrower statement here. From there, you hit Control P and then you can print it out for your records. This is the same under the money movement tab. We have all the other statements that you can print out. Print borrower report, print tax export, annual report, and P&L. So if I say I want an annual report, click that. Click what year. Okay. And here it brings you up to the borrower report with all the information from all your accounts through there. You can go ahead and print that out as needed. That's true for each of those reports. We do have a danger zone. This will wipe all the data when you click that. It doesn't automatically do it. There's 2 verifications that come through. It explains to you that it's going to wipe all the data, and then if you say yes, you have to type in wipe. It is case sensitive. If you don't do it on the full case and you hit OK, it'll cancel it and all your information will still be there. If you do wipe it, everything in your file will be deleted. So you must make a backup if you want it. There's a deal calculator if you want to set up how you want to do your deal right off the bat to see where you're at. It does calculate your implied APR for however the deal is. I have found that that is a very important number to put on your promissory note depending on what state you are in. I have made this with Arizona in mind. So Arizona requires you to put your implied APR on a flat fee deal if you're loaning uh, your usury laws here in Arizona are 10% unless you put your implied APR on the promissory note, and it then there's no cap of what it can be. Again, borrower report. Here I can either go to the tab borrower report and pick the L or pick the borrower, and it'll show the borrower how many deals, investments they have throughout it. Are they trusted? How many entities uh, ha have you loaned under that borrower? All deal payments, payment history that has gone on through there. Um, that goes the same. If I go up here, print borrower report, it will do the same for me, get me to that same area, populate it for you. Just one way to get there fast versus not. Um, it brings you to the same place, and then you can print. I do have a amortization tab, pretty self-explanatory. You can come in here and mess with how do you want to create your scheduling of it uh, for it to populate for you. There's a tax export tab in here, tax export. You can go pick your year, and all this is this takes all the interest that you've received throughout the year, any late fees, and your total income from that. So you can go ahead and print this out and give to your CPA at the end of the year, and it populates everything that you've had. You do have a P&L for the year. You can go 2025. It'll tell you how your all your investments did. If you had a deal that went bad and you have a $45,000 loss, it'll break it all down to you. You could also print that out and send to your CPA. Annual report. I think I've briefly went over this. You can do your annual report per year and print that out as needed for your records. Expenses, this is where you could add in different expenses to your accounts, depending on what account it is. Say you had a wire fee or a custodian fee, you could come in and enter that in. Say Heritage $30 wire fee. You give it a name E-06. Over here in accounts, explain this at the beginning. This is the area where you'll set up your accounts right away. Account snapshot. Every so often you'll want to go into your accounts and take a snapshot of where you're at, of how much is in there, how much cash do you have available to lend, etc. References just gives you a reference of what things mean. And then again, settings at the end is setting up your whole sheet to go through. When this delivers, when you do purchase this, there's 21 tabs for you to go through, all with good information of what they mean. It will ship with a user guide and a quick start guide. Quick start guide gets you off your feet, explains how to get your file on Google Sheets, explains how to activate it, and it explains how to put your license in and get it registered. Then there's a user guide for Sheets and for Excel. You'll go through, and any questions you have, section by section, teaches you how to use each one of the tabs to get your data in there. This is true for Excel as well. How to get it up and going, the quick start guide, and a user guide. At the end of it, I do also have a frequently asked questions for you to go through, and you could always email me with questions and I can help you out. The Excel file looks exactly the same, slight differences. Excuse me, slight differences throughout it, as because Sheets and Excel don't talk well to each other. So I had to build it fresh in Google Sheets and versus Excel, so it's native. In Excel, we do have a money movement ribbon up here where it has you can update from an older version. So say I send out a newer version with some updates, you can click that button. It'll tell you what it is. Click yes. You go grab your old file, and then it will transfer all your data over and fill it out for the update, so you don't need to copy and paste, and then everything you've had there will be around. Your moved closed deals here, clean data is if you type in your name, you have space, 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 Alex, and then Alex, space, space, space. And I do have codes in here for it to just default back and get rid of the spaces, but say it doesn't, you can hit clean data and it'll go through all the cells and clean the data for you. You can always see what version you're on by clicking About Money Movement. This is true for both Sheets and Excel. They are exactly the same. A lot of work put into this, and I hope this helps you move money. And I look forward to upgrading it and helping everyone in the future.